What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, as you can tell from the background gameplay, we're going to be talking about Need for Speed again. So, Need for Speed. I know that it's kind of late in the development cycle, so there's a lower chance that these things that I'm talking about are going to be implemented in any way, shape, or form. But I figured I'd talk about it anyway, because I just want to give my thoughts on what should be in Need for Speed 2017. That being said, this video is going to be about the car list. So without any further ado, let's just get straight into my top picks for cars. So starting off, I definitely would like to see a lot more of the JDM scene in Need for Speed 2017. They already had quite a few cars, and this list isn't going to be cars that were already in Need for Speed 2015. Assuming that they're carrying all of those cars over, this is what I would like to see. That being said, with the JDM scene, the Mazda RX-8, love that car in Need for Speed Carbon. It's just an all-around good car. It's like the RX-7, but just newer and with 4 doors and whatnot. I'd really like to see it in Need for Speed. There's a lot of customization potential, and ultimately, I just love to have an RX-8 in Need for Speed 2015. RX-7 is already in the game, fortunately for us. Next, I'd like to see the Mitsubishi Eclipse. Either Mitsubishi Eclipse, really. I like both of them, preferably the around 1995 2002 era Mitsubishi Eclipse, since I believe that one looks a bit better, like the one that was in Fast and Furious. However, I wouldn't mind seeing the Mitsubishi Eclipse GT from about 2011 in the game either. Preferably the older one, but the newer one will also suffice. I remember that was in Carbon. Very good car to customize, and I mean, it's a good car. I think it looks pretty good, the older one especially. The newer one, but it's still a decent car. I'd also like to see the Mitsubishi 3000 GT. Pretty underrated car as far as I know in the whole, car game community. I don't see it in I don't think I've ever seen it in a Need for Speed game. If you have, let me know. I don't think I've seen it in a Need for Speed game to date. Then again, I haven't played all of them, but I haven't seen it in any, and I think it would be a great fit for Need for Speed. On to another car brand, the Infiniti G37 or G35, preferably the G37 since it's the newer model. There's a lot of stuff you can do to this car. It's very, very customizable. All in all, I just really like this car and would like to see it in the game. I definitely have one in my garage for Need for Speed 2017. And before I continue, a lot of these cars are going to be some of the ones that didn't make it into 2015, but were still on my wish list for Need for Speed 2015. So that's why if you saw that video, then you'll be hearing a lot of those cars again. Another car I'd like to see is the Nissan 350 or 370Z, or even the 300ZX. The 350 and the 370 are kind of interchangeable for me. They are very similar. There's some slight differences in customization that you can do. Either way, I'd just like to see at least one of them in the game. And the 300ZX, I mean, there's really not much to say about it. It's a good car. And a lot of these cars are on here because they're customizable, especially the Japanese ones. Now, in the 2015 Need for Speed, we had a WRX. I believe it was 2012, or I think 2014 was the latest. 2014, and we had an Evo 9. Wouldn't mind seeing an Evo 10 in the game. There's a lot of different stuff you can do with an Evo 10. Definitely hope they add that in. And the newer WRX too, because, I mean, I like the newer WRX. I like the old one, but I also like the new one. I think if they made a hatchback, I'd like the newer one a lot more, but I just think the newer one should definitely be in the game. There's a lot of stuff you can do to that, like wings, splitters, rims, definitely, all that good stuff. It's just an awesome car. Now, my favorite car that they didn't put in the game is the Nissan Skyline R33. Now, let me explain. They had the 1970s Nissan GTR Skyline. They had the R32. They had the R34. and they had both versions of the R35. One was added in later, the 2017 one was added in later, but they had both versions of it still. No R33, and they didn't even have the R31, which I didn't realize existed until they added it into Forza Horizon 3. Either way, I'd like to see some of the lesser known skylines get added into the game, such as the R33, which is my personal favorite JDM car. Honda Civic Type R, kind of a last minute pick, but the new one is coming out this summer, I think. Wouldn't mind seeing it in the game. Enough said. On to the European type car, exotics, European, whatever you want to call them. Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. Love this car in stock form. It's like, it reminds me of a hatchback. It kind of is a hatchback sort of shape. I like the car. It sounds good. And the reason I like it even more is because of the Novatec body kit. So I guess there's a company called Novatec that makes a body kit for the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta, and when it is equipped with that body kit, the car looks amazing. If you don't know what it is, I will show a pic of it on screen right now if it's not already up there. There will be pictures of all these cars, obviously, but just take a look at this Novatec F12. It's amazing, and if you need even more proof that it's awesome, just look up a video of it. The exhaust, it is amazing. I really hope they add that in. I know Ferrari can be a bit difficult with licensing, but I really hope they get the license for the F12. Also, speaking of Ferrari, a new Ferrari was just announced. I was on Instagram, and Car Throttle posted a picture of this, the Ferrari 812, which is an 800 horsepower V12 Ferrari that is quite similar to the F12. Kind of, I'm not really expecting this to be in here, but hey, if it is, it would be a nice surprise. Another car I'd love to see would be the Lamborghini Gallardo. They had the Huracan, they had the Aventador, they had the Murcielago, they had the Diablo. No Gallardo. Gallardo and the Countach might be the two Lamborghinis I would like to see come into 2017. The SLS is one of my favorite cars, but it was missing from 2015. Kind of sad about that, but it wasn't a huge deal. Hopefully they can put it into Need for Speed 2017. And now the final category of cars that are kind of iffy, that I'm not entirely expecting to be put into the game, but you know, if they are, great. This is just kind of like a random out there category. So the Cobalt SS, Chevy Cobalt SS, I like the car. I mean, that's pretty much why it's here. Pagani Huayra, I mean, I like that car too. Not very customizable, not as customizable as a JDM car, but I mean, it's kind of up there with the Aventador and everything, so since they put the Aventador in there, I figured, you know, why not put a Huayra in? The Ford Raptor, which can be customized. If the crew has taught us anything, it's that you can take an off-roading truck and turn it into a circuit car, or a performance car, street car, all that good stuff. So wouldn't mind seeing a Raptor in the game. Of course, I doubt that these cars are going to be put into the game, most of them anyway, but they're just here just in case. Ford Focus RS 2010, the one that's only available in Europe. The Ford Focus RS new one is now available in America, but the one that was only available in Europe, I would love to see that come into the game, because I just really like cars. I really like the hatchback, and I really love that particular hatchback, so if that came in, that would also be nice. Volkswagen Golf R, not too much to say about that. Volvo S60, and the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT 8, I think. Wouldn't mind seeing that come into the game either. I know the Jeep, you could do stuff to the Jeep. You could definitely do things to the Jeep to make it look pretty cool. I think it definitely fits in with the whole aesthetic of car culture that I think Need for Speed is going in. That whole general direction with Need for Speed 2015 being kind of like a mix between underground, carbon, and just like car culture as a whole. I could definitely see it fitting in. I like the Jeep. It sounds amazing, the SRT version anyway. And I highly doubt that it's going to be put in the game, but if it is, yay. all in all, that's about it for my car list, because they had quite a decent selection of cars in Need for Speed 2015. So that's just, you know, my choice of cars that they could add into Need for Speed 2017. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next video, this is going to be more than one video, obviously. Next video, we're just going to talk about some other stuff for Need for Speed 2017 that I'd like to see implemented at some point, whether it be DLC or come as part of the default game. Either way, I'd love to see it implemented. Also, just a disclaimer, some of these cars, not expecting them to be in there at launch, but a few good DLC ideas. If by some weird chance anyone from Ghost is watching this, then add some of these cars in, especially the R33. Really want to see the R33. If you add one car in for me, make it the R33. That being said, hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.
Yeah.